Refer to those things that I learned from listening to our soul brother King Noble. And I'm very sure, like always, I have spoken to King Noble in person, and we have Skyped, and we know one another, and he knows there is no disrespect of him and his opinion or belief coming from this rostrum. King Noble Black Supremacy respects this rostrum just like I respect his position and his, what we could call also a ministry. But we should have the right to speak how we feel about black supremacy, King Noble himself, and you should also have the right, and we still cool. We're not hating on one another. We just express an opinion about something that somebody is saying or we are trying to present. No more, no less. We can't disagree about something. There are those who are actually trying to make mockery of me because of my speaking very highly of King Noble. And I told them very quickly, you know, you can go to hell. This man respects me. I respect him. We are soul brothers in a struggle. We have different ways of looking at things, but we know who the enemy is, unlike you, because you get upset because somebody talk about what you believe. You can't handle the truth. You can't handle nobody even talking about what you believe in and what you're doing. You're so petty and so childish and infantile. They want to tell me about, well, King Noble looks unclean, he's dirty, he's this and he's that. He is my soul brother. We are brothers in this struggle. I don't care about all those different things. I don't care if you never take a bath. I don't care about those different things. Those are nothing but excuses that y'all Negro comfortable slaves make up, any kind of excuse, so that because you don't want to face the reality that it takes unity, you want somebody to be your damn slave. I'm not going to be your slave. King Noble is not going to be your slave. So you can go and find your slave somewhere else. We are doing well and we are doing good without your childish, infantile, there's a word that I want to use, but I can't. I can't right now. Before my time expires, I want to make some points, and I want to again use what I learned from King Noble in my observation in giving this commentary about black supremacy. And what I would like to present to us and to King Noble and those who think and believe like King Noble is that black supremacy is still in the matrix. Also, before I even go on, it's very pathetic. I believe that one of King Noble's members got into a little trouble with the law and is behind bars, and King Noble has been asking for donations to help, I believe it was a sister, to help get her out of jail. And what's so sad is that there are thousands of you who believe like this. You have a brother who represents black supremacy. You have a sister who represents black supremacy. And y'all black supremacy this and black supremacy that. And you won't help the brother get the sister out of jail. That's very sad. It's very sad. And that goes again to show you, King Noble, that your people still in the matrix. Because I would rather buy a Snicker candy bar than help get the sister out of jail. I would rather, I was planning on buying some Jordan shoes, because you know they still are materialistic. They buy Jordan shoes and they want some Kentucky Fried Chicken. I'd rather have that than cook my own chicken than help you get this sister out of trouble for the time being. Because King Noble, your people, y'all they still trapped in the matrix. Because none of this stuff in this world you should give a damn about. None of it. But let me say this very quickly. This is why black supremacy is still part of the matrix. You are still part of the matrix because black. There are no dark-skinned people on this planet that ever called themselves black or African or Negro or colored. This label for dark-skinned people came from races. Black. That's where it comes from. And black supremacy is nothing but a consequence. It's a response to white or pink supremacy. If there was no pink supremacy, you would not have black supremacy. There are no dark-skinned people on this planet running around talking about I'm black and I got the melanin and this and that and that. I'm supreme over everybody else because you don't see that. And black and supremacy, these are labels, these are terms only found in the matrix. Y'all, you following me? Only found in the matrix. There is nothing outside of the matrix where you can show where black supremacy exists. It only exists in the matrix. To further show that black supremacy, and I'm going to use the example of King Noble. King Noble uses the images of Jesus. The images that you find in the Bible, the images that you find in religion. He takes those same images, but instead of white Jesus, he puts his face on the body of the white Jesus, or the body of this religious figure, or make a figure that looks like something from up out of the religions found in the matrix. It reminds me of the sad attempt at bringing a black Barbie. We are familiar with Barbie. Barbie, I believe this doll is probably one of the #1 selling dolls in the world, Barbie. And so, of course, so-called black folks, soul brothers and sisters, you got upset. You want Barbie to be black. So what Hasbro, I believe Hasbro, is it Hasbro? Mattel makes Barbie. So what they done is they just changed the color of the plastic. And they gave you a black Barbie. Now in recent times, I believe they actually changed the features of the black Barbie. Broad nose, thicker lips, more kinkier hair. But when they first tried it, the only thing they did was change the color of the plastic. So it was nothing but Barbie, but it had, the plastic was brown. Never really was black, dark, real dark skin. But this Barbie is African Americanus. And that's all black supremacy is. Black supremacy is nothing but pink white supremacy. The only thing that you've done is change the color of the plastic. That's why it's still part of the matrix. That's why you actually still think and you carry yourself just like the way you're done prior to your belief that for some reason you believe that you left the matrix. You are still in the matrix. King Noble also has this thing about the exploitation of womanhood. When you go to his website, some of his members, female members, they take their clothes off. See, this is the porn that you learn from living in the matrix. The exploitation of women, putting women's naked bodies all over the place. You learn that from your slave master. You learn that from the matrix. Living in the matrix. You're doing the same thing. So you have your black supremacy, which is nothing but pink supremacy with a black face, and you also continue to exploit women, just like the Caucasian man hates women, believes he is superior over womanhood, which this thinking is against nature itself. You can never find nowhere in nature where males lead and run anything. It's always been womanhood. The earth is called mother. Males are expendable. Males usually don't even live long as females. It's all about the woman. It's all about the female. And if you're not doing that, you're still trapped in the matrix. Just because you're living off the grid, you have found an alternative lifestyle. That does not mean anything when you have the same type of mentality that is found in the matrix. So now you are in the forest. So now you are in the hills and the mountains. So now you are in a desert. It don't make any difference where you go. You're taking the matrix with you because the matrix has become part of your life. The only thing you have done is colored it to a way it's acceptable to you now. But it's still the matrix. The Jesus of the Bible. The Jesus of the Bible taught that we must be in the world, but not of the world. It further in religious teaching, the God further goes to say that a new heaven will be created, and the former things shall pass away. You will become a brand new creature. What makes a brand new being, rather? I know some of y'all don't like being called a creature. A being, a brand new being. Behold, I make all things new. That does not mean recycled material won't be used. But what will be presented may look old. Actually, it's new. Made new. That is the key to coming up out of the matrix, is that you must become new and allow the former things to pass away. You must become opposite of the matrix, but you continue to hold on to the things that you should allow to pass away, because holding up the black man as some kind of leader, that makes you feel good. It's a benefit. And the women praise you and the children praise. See, you like that. But in order to get out of the matrix, you must live off the grid contrary to that of what you found in the matrix.
And that is Brother Taalik from the Reality Temples on Earth channel. And if you get a chance to subscribe, please do subscribe to his channel. He's a good brother. You know, he's doing good work, and he wants to do good, constructive things. He has good information to provide. So please do check out his channel if you get a chance.
No, I take that back. Because there are people who believe in things, and when you believe in things, belief does not require evidence. It does not require facts. You can believe that you are Superman and go up to the roof of a building and jump off. I believe gravity would prove very quickly that you're not Superman. But anyway, you can believe that if you want to. You can believe that you're a rich superstar while you slinging French fries at McDonald's. You can believe whatever that you want to, because, again, belief does not require facts. Belief does not require evidence. But since, Mr. President, you wish to bring something up, put something before the people to make Obama look really, really bad, then let us go back a little ways. And now, look, Mr. President, you are in a position to actually get the evidence that is required so you can make your point. You have access. I want to say this about criminals. I want to say this about those who deceive. I love to repeat what our soul brother Denzel Washington said in the movie Training Day. And I also believe this was also said by some of our freedom fighters in the 1960s and 70s. But they always say, when making reference to a deceiver, making reference to a criminal, and what is said simply, it's not what you know, it's what you can prove. When we lie, when we deceive, when we try to get over on somebody else, we know they are in a very difficult position, because they don't have, it's very difficult to find the actual evidence to prove that you are a liar, you are a murderer, you are a rapist, you are some type of criminal. The criminal mind knows this, and they take advantage of the situation. It's not what you know, it's what you can prove. The question that I would like to present to the new president, well, actually not a question. I want the President of the United States, I want you to go and present before the people the death photos of Osama bin Laden. I would like to see that, because to me it's a lie. The United States does not care anything. Why would the it makes no sense. The United States, this man, Osama bin Laden, was the #1 most wanted person ever in American history. The #1 in American history, Osama bin Laden. We got to get Osama bin Laden. He also was accused, and of course, if he was killed by American forces, this man was, I mean, he could have been taken alive, but dead men tell no tales. So we are now killing people on purpose without a trial. You know why? Because dead men tell no tales. It's not what you know, it's what you can prove. So President Obama said, we finally got him, Osama bin Laden. But we're not going to release the death photos of Osama bin Laden. At the same time, nobody has a problem with releasing and showing the photos of Bonnie and Clyde, John Dillinger, Pretty Boy Floyd, John Gotti, Al Capone, or whoever, all these criminals. Colonel Gaddafi, Saddam Hussein, and the list can go on and on. Nobody has a problem with releasing those photos, but yet and still, we have all this respect for Islam. Really. This country does not have respect for nobody. It's vile, it's profane, it has no respect, it's very arrogant. It has no respect for Islam or Christianity, no religion, nothing. But all of a sudden, we're not going to release the death photos of Osama bin Laden because we respect Islam and going to give him a proper burial at sea. You're going to do that because it's not what you know, it's what you can prove. There's no proof that you killed anybody. See, this reminds me of 9/11. 9/11 was an inside job, y'all. I mean, logic and common sense tell you something is not right with 9/11. The moon landing. Something is wrong with that story and the pictures that they are showing. Something is wrong. Something is wrong with this story about Jesus Christ. But again, it's not what you know. It's what you can prove. But now, President Trump, you are in a position. Let us see. Now, I'm asking this because the number one enemy now is Al-Qaeda. I mean, ISIS. I'm sorry. ISIS. You don't even talk about Al-Qaeda anymore. It's always about ISIS. ISIS this and ISIS that. ISIS, ISIS, ISIS. It's never, you never talk about Al-Qaeda. So that's over with. The reason why we couldn't release the death photos of Osama bin Laden is because of this thing. We didn't want to further we didn't want to further upset the members of Al-Qaeda. See, the whole thing don't make any sense. They don't want, you know something? I don't know. I think that Adolf Hitler was burned up, so they really couldn't show his body. If they could have actually had the body of Adolf Hitler, they would have shown the body of Adolf Hitler. But all of a sudden, for Osama bin Laden, we don't want to show. We can't show the public. See, in today's modern world, you have software. You can fake pictures. Where's my fake picture at? Let me go to my fake picture. Wait a minute, hold up. Let me go to my fake picture. I don't think. Oh, I can't do that. Okay, well, I had a hoax picture, a picture. Wow, this is messed up. But I had a fake picture of Osama bin Laden. Somebody, you know, Photoshop the picture of Osama bin Laden, and we know that there are those who can really, I mean, really fake a picture. They can put my head on the body of a goat, and it looks like a angel snuffing up 7 goat. y'all something else with that with this kind of stuff. Love it how you guys do that. But now, that's over with. What, that was 2011? Was it 2011 that the government's supposed to have killed Osama bin Laden? So I'm asking the president, Donald Trump, release the pictures, release the death pictures of Osama bin Laden. Let us see, let us examine. There are many who can examine these photos to see how fake they are, or you just add on to the suspicion and the lie, because chances are it's a lie that you did not. Chances are Osama bin Laden probably died a long time ago, because to my knowledge he was supposed to have suffered all these different ailments. He might have been dead long time ago. So you fabricated this bull talking about the government killed Osama bin Laden, but you don't want to release some pictures. You don't have no evidence. And when you believe, and since this is what many Americans want to believe, then you can believe that. Because again, belief does not require evidence. Belief does not require facts. So you can believe whatever you want to. I don't see, and I don't believe, I can't see logically, it doesn't make any sense. The whole thing doesn't make any sense. I'm telling you that it's a lie. It's a lie. The least the government could do, President Donald Trump, release the pictures of Osama bin Laden so that we can examine these pictures so that we can see for ourselves. That Al-Qaeda, that was 4 years ago now, right? 3-4 years ago. Release the pictures. If you really want to expose your predecessor, Obama, then show the American government that this accomplishment, it was a lie. It was a hoax. It was false. That is much better, Mr. Donald Trump, President, sir, than accusing Obama of wiretapping your hotel, hotel, whatever it is. I don't keep it with you fellas. So, hotel, motel, Holiday Inn, I don't know, whatever it is. I would like to see, and I would like to see those who are experts upon examination of films and photos. I would like to see their take upon these so-called death photos of Osama bin Laden. Just like there are experts in demolition, experts in building implosions and things. There are those who are experts in these things, scientists in these things, who look at 9/11 and tell us something is wrong. That something there is not adding up. There are those who understand the physics of going to the moon and what was reported to the public, and what these films that we are given, they are telling us that something here is wrong. And of course, the greatest story of them all, Jesus, there's a lot of things in the story that just does not add up. Now, again, when you believe, it doesn't make any difference. But if you really would like for those of us to really trust the government, then it should be simple. Time has passed. Let us see the death photos of Osama bin Laden. It's simple as that. What are you trying to hide? But again, it's not what we know. It's what we can prove.
But I just love it because, it's always been in my heart. It's always been in my mind. And it's something that I live for. I can't stop doing it. And I just want to share everything with the world. Shout out to the brother Taalik that made the video about supporting me yesterday. Shout out to you. I just want to thank you to all my new subscribers. Thank you. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all.
The thing about it is, how long have you been building? We're building a nation. I'm trying to build a nation. How long have you been building a nation? I mean, the whole thing doesn't make sense. These so-called black nationalists, they live in la-la land. They're not looking at black nationalism in a real sense. And I also wonder why, when you talk about black nationalism, why the country of Liberia is never spoken of. Liberia was created, established by American and American free and American ex-black slaves. That's who established Liberia. These are our relatives. These are our people, no doubt. You don't have to go to Kemet. You don't have to be a Hebrew Israelite. You don't have to be an Ethiopian. You don't have to be from Ghanaian and all this other stuff that y'all talking about. These persons are our relatives in Liberia. They are in Africa. So it makes no sense to me. You're talking about, we want our own nation, a black nation. You have Liberia. You claim to have supreme wisdom, supreme knowledge. You have all this skill that you're talking about. Take your skill, take your supreme wisdom, take your knowledge, take it to Liberia. And take whatever you claim, supreme stuff that y'all claim that you have, take it to Liberia and make Liberia, that is Africa, into the place you want it to be. See, the thing about it is, you want a nation, but you don't want to really work. You want a nation, and you want to continue to live the way that you're living right now. That's your problem when you talk about black nationalism. You want a nation, but you have no experience creating a town. Where is your town? Well, I mean, even before town, where's your neighborhood? You have not established not a neighborhood. You have established no town. You have not established a city. You haven't taken over a state in the United States. But here you are talking about a black nation. You have no idea whatsoever. That's nothing but talk. The only thing you want to do, see, that's the thing about your imagination. See, in your imagination, you are already living this. You don't have to work. You don't have to do anything. In your mind, in your imagination, in your belief, it's already happened. But those who actually establish a nation and a country right now in Liberia, these are American free blacks and ex-slaves. They have their, just like any other nation, they have had their ups and their downs. They have corruption, just like any other nation, and problems and situations. And you believe, for some reason, because you're so smart, I'm not even going, I can go and we can do better than Liberia. Right. You don't even have a neighborhood. How are you going to outdo Liberia? And how long have you been talking about this nation building crap? And even if you were successful, I would give you less than 3 weeks. Y'all will be fighting and have civil war just like what's going on in Liberia, because success in your mind is diamonds and gold and running around in Cadillacs, and you're materialistic. Your head is not right in order to do what needs to be done. You are nothing but a dark-skinned version of your slave master. You are not a nationalist. You're not looking things being real. Now, where's my picture I want to show you? Where's my picture? Come on, where the picture's at? This is what you want. You are a black nationalist, pro-African, whatever, but this is the way you want to live your life. I know that's Sarah Susan said. But you have a delusional view of what nation building is. You think laying a jacuzzi, playing on the internet, playing on Facebook, watching video, you think that's nation building. That's not nation building. In order to be a real, okay, here we go. This is not real. In order to be a real black nationalist, like all nations, like all countries, like anything that come into existence, even ourselves, we start small and then we mature and we grow. I want to show you a picture of real black nationalists. This is a picture of real black nationalism. Pioneers, settlers. Even though this is the modern era, if you want to start your nation, if you want to start your country, you're starting from scratch. So that means you have no plumbing, you have no running water. There is no grocery store that you can go buy your food. You have to do everything yourself. You have to make your clothes, make your shoes, go out and hunt your own food, find a way, get your own water from somewhere. You have to develop your own infrastructure, build your own roads, put in your own electricity, everything from scratch. But that's not really, you're not looking at things in a realistic manner. You're looking at things like Sarah Soon said. This is what you want. So when we talk about black nationalism, or I'm going to go back to Africa, but you don't want to leave the European way of life that you're used to. So I want to go to Africa. I don't want to go to Liberia. It's too much turmoil and too much stuff going on. Let me go find a place in Africa so I can lay up in a jacuzzi and feel good. See, that's why many of these persons do not like the realities temple on earth, because I mess up their fantasy, their delusions. I want to show you a picture again of real. These are real black nationalists. You have to have somebody to go in and become a pioneer. Someone willing to sacrifice, someone willing to suffer, someone willing to go in and start from scratch. Yeah, if you have to ride horses again, so be it. If you have to raise your own chickens. The thing about it, you might live simple like this, but you're free from the races. You're free from the materialism. You're free. And just like my brother, the prophet of doom, say, you really don't want freedom. You really don't want freedom. You just want to be more comfortable in the cage that we were forced into long time ago. You want to continue the European way of life that was forced upon us. You can't even imagine living like this. I mean, if you want your own nation, this is what you can expect. But as you mature, as you grow, as you progress, your children one day, your children one day, if they want to, they can have this type of lifestyle. If they want to. But they should have a different type of mentality as the nation begins to grow. Because you don't want to be like your slave master and his children. You should not want to be like that. You want to be something totally different. But this is the reason of why so many dislike the realities temple on earth. Because I come in, when I begin to speak, when I come in, I mess up your fantasy. I mess up your delusions. And I also expose the fact that you are a pretender. There was a song in the 1950s called The Great Pretender. Oh yes, I'm the great pretender. Woo. You pretend something you are not. I don't know what the lyrics go. But y'all are the great pretenders. And you get extremely angry at those who expose you for what you actually and really are. You are pretending to be something that you're not, and really you don't want to be. You don't want to be no. You want somebody else to go in, sacrifice, suffer, even die, do all the work, then you want to come in. Then you want to come in and do this. That's what that's what it's all about. A bunch of pretenders, a bunch of fakes and frauds. I myself, I wouldn't have no problem. I wouldn't have no problem living like this. Matter of fact, when I was a little boy, we did live like that, basically. But you free. I don't mind going out and get my own water. I don't mind not having electricity and all that. But I'm free. And I'm building something not just for me to enjoy. I'm building it for future generations, just like these persons did. They started like this so that children can come into a better life. Somebody has to make the sacrifice. Somebody has to begin things on the ground floor. You have to enjoy the struggle. So if I enjoy the struggle, I don't mind. And it makes me happy to sweep a mud floor, live in a grass hut. It don't make no difference, because in the end, do you know what these Caucasian people done in order to establish the United States of America? Many of them died in the cold. Many of them died from starvation. Many of them suffered and they sacrificed in order to create this land that has been nothing but hell for us, but heaven for them. So that's the difference between real nation builders and y'all pretenders. A bunch of fakes. Y'all fakes because you're comfortable. You don't want to leave your car. You don't want to leave your plumbing. You don't want to leave the toilet paper and all these things that we're used to. You don't want your own nation. You're liars. You pretenders. So you better stay away from me, because I'm going to tell you and show us the reality of what we have to deal with in order to be real black nationalists. Whew, okay. Here we go. Now when I start off like this, you know that I'm getting ready to do what I call a rant video. I have this locked up. I need to get it off my chest, and let's talk about it. It's a rant video. Woo! Let me get my thoughts together. I hope that I don't use any type of profanity, because the topic really pisses me off. But take a deep breath, Taalik. Angel, take a deep breath. Okay. Now, I don't understand why. Or maybe I do. And that's what makes me angry. How can the black man, how can this black man not want to protect his women and his children? Just recently, there is a campaign to find all these missing young black girls in the Washington, D.C. area. But overall, in the United States of America, it is said that over 64,000 black people, or I think this is just women, are missing in the United States. What does that tell us? This tells us that the black man, this dark-skinned man, the Negro, the black, this wannabe African, whatever you want to call yourself, it means that the black man, you have failed. We have failed to protect our women. And in the failure to protect our women, they become something that we don't like. Then you want to complain about it, but yet and still you don't protect. You don't provide. You don't do nothing except lay on your ass and talk about how you're going to make it in the white man's world. Your number one priority should be your women and your children. I don't understand how you don't want to protect your women. Have you seen black women lately? All the women all over the world want to copy the attributes of your woman. Yes, there is problems with her, but again, she's not protected. She's living with an alien people that actually hate her guts and hate you. They educate her, they feed her, they shelter her. You have not done your job, and then you wonder why she is the way that she is. And then the same alien, the same foreigner is teaching your children, influence your children day in and day out. And the only thing you want to do is talk about the next NBA playoffs. Oh, well, woo, let me tell you something. Have you seen your black woman lately? Take a look at your mother. Take a look at your aunts and your grandmothers and your female cousins. Look at your women. Even in a bad condition, can't you see and understand they still love you? But as a woman, as in any female, they are attracted to strength. They are attracted to value. They are attracted to a loyalty to them, just like they have been loyal to us. But that loyalty within recent years or generations has been dwindling because we've been living with an enemy that continues to do whatever it can to divide and keep you broken up. And you fall for the old okie doke. And you blame yourself because that is what victims of abuse do. Instead of blaming and looking at the actual perpetrator of the crime, the abuser and the exploiter, you look at another victim. And you turn, instead of looking at the black woman as your lover, as your friend, as your helper, as your mate, you look at her as an enemy. And some of you are so sick, many of you call the black woman an enemy. And I'm not going to talk about some of these sick black women, because there are black women who do the same thing. The black man is my enemy. You have become an unnatural, sick creature. No, you're not a being. You have become a creature. You're living in this society that have made you hate yourself. Because when you hate the black woman, black man, no matter what you're talking about, you hate yourself. Because she is you and you are her. And those children, we are family. You have allowed an unnatural alien people, an unnatural alien environment to destroy your love for one another. It is taught in many black scholarship teachings, and we know this. We hear that the black man is the original man, and then we say that from out of the original man come all people, including the racist pink people. This is what we say. This is what we're taught. This is what many of us believe. So what we actually are saying is that the original man is really the God that talk about let us make man. We made a man. We made these pink people. We made these other folks that come after us. Based on that logic, if that's true, then the pink man turned right around and did the same thing. He took various dark-skinned people, put you together, and he raped your mothers. He raped your fathers, but he raped your mothers, your aunts, and your female cousins, and your grandmothers, and your females, and put his DNA, put himself in you, taught you, clothed you, sheltered you. He is all that you know. And made a new person, a new creature, a new so-called being. And he called that being black. He called that new being nigger. And many of you are happy to call yourself a nigger. What did the white man do? The white man created a new kind of a man. So the original man created a kind of a man. He's not actually the original man. He's kind of original man. He's a kind of a man. And the pink man turned right around and took, due to enslavement and conquering the dark-skinned people, he took our ancestors and took us and made a kind of a man. So now you have the Negro, you have the nigger that is a kind of a man. As he came from up out of the original man, he turned right around and made you something that came, a product that he made, just like he breeded a dog, the Labrador Retriever. Labrador Retrievers were bred so that they could jump in water and retrieve ducks and whatever else they killed hunting that fell in water. Just like he breeds a cow for his meat, then he breeds a cow for the milk. He bred us to be perfect slaves, whether you like it or not. And this is what we exhibit. We exhibit slave-like mentality. And a slave's life, you only live to benefit somebody else. A slave always exists to serve and submit. That's why y'all have that mentality. If you're not serving the white man, then you must serve God or an alien or a goat or a hunk of cheese or something. You got to bow down and serve because you have become the perfect slaves. You have become, and you are what you call the Caucasian people, a kind of a man. And you're very kind to him. But you're not kind to your woman. You're not kind to your children. Because if you was kind to your woman, if you was kind to your children, then as a man, like any male in nature, you willing to fight and die to protect and provide for your women and your children. But this kind of a man, this dark-skinned kind of a man that this cracker created, you don't have that in you. That's why you won't do it. Oh, wow. It's, woo. You don't understand. And you act like you're shocked why your women don't respond to you the way you think they should. Because you are a kind of a man. And you won't allow yourself to be a full man because you depended upon another sucker that means you no good. But a woman still maintains her nature because it is the woman's nature to be attracted to strength. So even though I am a kind of a man, when I was locked up, because I understood the dynamics of this, I understood what has happened. But as long as I exhibit those traits that show that I'm strong, that I'm loyal to my woman, then she is loyal to me. So when I was locked up in an environment with all kinds of black women, all kinds of sisters, from the ghetto, the ratchet, to the sisters that had their degrees on their wall, all of them still respected me as a man. My aunts and my mother and my sisters and all my female, every woman around me respects me. Not because I'm big and bad and bold, but because I exhibit that of which their nature is attracted to. Do you understand? See, you fail to be that which a woman is attracted to. And then you get angry because she's not attracted to you. She's not supposed to be attracted to weakness. Run around here. Here you are. Oh, I want to say this. Here you are. You have the nerve to talk about a brother who might still live with his mama, which I don't find nothing wrong with that, because mama not going to be around a long time. If you want to enjoy your time with your mama, that's cool. It don't make any difference. If you want to save a few bucks and still live with your mama in your mama's home or whatever, who cares? Or your parents' home, who cares about all that? But that don't make you a man. You will make mockery of a brother that still lives at home with their parents. But here you are, listen. But here you are living in the house of your massa, in the house with your enemy, and you don't have no problem with that because I'm an American citizen. You're an American citizen, but the people that run the house hate your guts. They don't want you around. You are not treated equal. You pay full rent, you pay full utilities, you pay everything that you're supposed to, but you're not given equal treatment, and you tolerate that. But as soon as a woman said, don't you think that you need to work and pay this bill? Don't you think you need to protect your women and children? Don't you think that you should build a nation for me and us? Then you want to get upset. Oh, wow. I don't understand it. If you exhibit the traits of a man, I don't care if she's ghetto, I don't care how independent black woman she is, when a woman sees a man, whoo, it's her nature. She's going to submit. I don't care how tough you think she's not going to do it. Matter of fact, she becomes proud of you. Brother, handle your business. Look at my man. The black woman wants to see you strong. The black woman wants to see you healthy. It's you who's holding you back. And you're really getting angry at the women because the women are telling you, this is what we want. This is how you want to move. But in order to move in that direction, you might have a conflict with another man and him. White man might fight for my job. White man might do this. White man might do that. You find it easier to attack women and children. But I find pride and I find strength. And it's an honor to defend the black women and these children. There's no better feeling than having the love of your woman and children. Y'all don't want that? Oh, I feel sorry for you. Jot down your comments. Let's talk about it. Till next time, y'all. Peace out.